So adding and subtracting decimals, remember, you just need to line up the decimal points. So if you were going to add 18 and 9 tenths and 38 thousandths, you would do it like this: 18 and 9 tenths, and put the decimal point for 38 thousandths here, put the 0 underneath the 9, and the 3 and the 8 to the right. For adding, you don't need to fill in all the zeros because we assume that there's 0, 0, but if you like them, you can put them. Then we just add as normal: 8, 3, 9. You bring down your decimal point, 8, 1. And so our sum would be 18 and 938 thousandths. So this problem over here, even though it says addition, it really is a subtraction problem because -1 and 959 thousandths. And when you're adding it to 12 and 2 tenths, it's really a subtraction problem because 12 and 2 tenths has a greater absolute value than -1 and 959 thousandths. So when we set it up, we would set it up as 12 and 2 tenths minus 1 and 959 thousandths. So when you're subtracting, you do need to fill in the extra zeros. For the first number is what you need to have the zeros for. So for this one, I do need to borrow. So I can't go ahead and do 0 minus 9, so I'm going to go over here to the 2. I'm going to borrow 1. And so that makes this a 10, but I don't have enough to do 0 minus 9, so I need to borrow 1 from that 10, making that a 9, making this one a 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 5 is 4. Can't do 1 minus 9, so I go over here, I borrow 1, making this an 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. I bring down my decimal point. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus nothing is 1. And then my sum is 10, and this was a bad 2, 241 thousandths. Okay, so remember, rules for multiplying. We just multiply multi-digit numbers like we normally do. Then at the end is where we do the rest. So let's start off with multiplying. So 9 times 8, 72. Carry the 7. 9 times 7, 63. 63 plus 7 is 70. Carry the 7. 9 times 0 plus 7 is 7. 9 times 2 is 18. And then remember, when you start your second line, we now are moving to the tens place, so we start with a 0. So now we got 1 times 8, 1 times 7, 1 times 0, 1 times 2. Okay, so now I can go ahead and I'm going to add my digits to 8 plus 0, 7 plus 7, 14, so carry, 9 plus 0, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And now I go ahead and I do the rest. I'm going to count the digits in each factor. So this one has 3 and this one has 1. So that means I have 4 digits that need to be in my decimal or in my product, excuse me. So from the right, I am going to start 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where my decimal point is going to go. So my product is this: 3 and 9,482 10,000ths. Okay, now dividing, we take care of the decimal first. So first I'm going to take care of the decimal in the divisor. So I need to multiply by 10 twice to get no decimal point in the divisor. Then if I multiplied 9 or by 100 to make the divisor into a whole number, I have to multiply the dividend by 100 also. So 52 and 2/10 times 100 gives me 52 times, and 2/10 times 100 makes 5,220, and gives me my decimal point right here. I'm going to raise it into my quotient. Okay, so now I'm ready to go ahead and divide like I normally do. I'm done. Okay, so 9 goes into 5 0 times. I'm going to go 9 into 52. So 9 times 5 is 45. 52 minus 45 is 7. Bring down the 2. Okay, 9 times 8 is 72. That gives me 0. So now I'm going to bring down my 0. And then 9 goes into 0, 0 times, which means I have nothing else to bring down. I have a remainder of 0. So my quotient is exactly 580.